including Sheikh Hasina, for grabbing plots in Pulbachal, abusing power, and through irregularities. Main opposition Conservative Party of Britain calls upon Prime Minister Keir Starmer to dismiss City Minister Tulip Siddiq. Middle East and European top diplomats call for lifting sanctions on Syria during talks in Riyadh. And Dhaka Capitals and Sylhet Strikers win the respective matches in BPL T20 cricket in Sylhet. Chittagong Kings will take on Sylhet Strikers while Khulna Tigers face Rangpur Riders today. Now the details. Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Mohammad Younus said the government is planning to make the upcoming election the best ever so that it can become a historic example for democracy. He said this while Norwegian Ambassador to Dhaka, Haakon Arild Gulbrandsen, called on him at his office yesterday. The chief advisor urged Norway to use Bangladesh as a regional distribution hub for Norwegian products in Asia and to invest more for utilizing the youth power of the country. In this regard, he mentioned the instance of Grameen Phone, the first venture of Norwegian telecom giant Telenor, and said the company became the most profitable venture of Telenor family in the past years. Professor Dr. Mohammad Younus sought Norway's assistance in resolving the Rohingya crisis in the context of changing political situation in Myanmar. Ambassador Gulbrandsen handed over a letter from Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre expressing Norway's strong support for the interim government in Bangladesh. He said Norway is interested in working closely with Bangladesh in the shipbuilding industry and green energy transition. Gulbrandsen also said his country is also interested in working closely with Bangladesh in global forums on Palestinian issue, international taxation, and plastic pollution. Bangladesh Nationalist Party BNP chairperson and former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia's physical condition is improving and she is now mentally quite energetic. BNP chairperson's personal physician Adam Zahid Hussain told this to newsmen in London. He said Khaleda Zia is now getting treatment at the clinic in London. Changes have also been made in a treatment based on results of diagnosis. After conducting further tests, next steps will be decided, Adam Zahid Hussain added. Meanwhile, BNP Standing Committee member Mirza Abbas and Jatiyatawadi Mohila Dal President Afroza Abbas met the party chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia at the clinic in London. Home Advisor retired Lieutenant General Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhry said India stopped its construction of barbed wire fences on Bangladesh border, facing strong stance of border guard Bangladesh BGP and local residents. He said this at a press briefing at the Secretariat yesterday. The advisor said India recently started construction of barbed wire fences at 5 places on Bangladesh-India border. However, residents of border areas protested against this fence construction work in collaboration with BGP. He said Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been informed about the matter to take immediate diplomatic measures to deal with the emerging situation. Home Advisor said decision has been taken to cancel unequal agreements inked during previous government on construction of fences on the border. He also informed that a DG-level meeting will be held between BGP and BSF in this regard in February. A Hajj agreement has been signed between Bangladesh and Saudi Arabia for this year. The bilateral agreement was signed yesterday in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Religious advisor Dr. AFM Khalid Hussain signed the agreement on behalf of Bangladesh and Hajj and Umrah Minister Tawfiq bin Fawzan Al Rabia on behalf of Saudi Arabia. During the agreement signing ceremony, the religious advisor requested the Saudi Minister of Hajj and Umrah to reconsider reducing the minimum quota of pilgrims per Bangladeshi Hajj agency from 1,000. However, the Saudi Minister maintained the minimum quota of pilgrims per agency at 1,000. This is Bangladesh Betar giving you the news. This news will also be available on our website at www.betar.gov.pd. Anti-Corruption Commission ACC filed a case against fascist Sheikh Hasina and her daughter Saima Wajid Putul on charges of abusing power and taking plots in Purbachal through irregularities. The ACC confirmed information yesterday. Sheikh Hasina, Putul and 14 former senior officials of Rajuk and Public Works have been named as defendants in the case. The complaint stated that Sheikh Hasina misused her power through irregularities and corruption, citing special powers of the government for political consideration. The complaint further mentioned that in addition to Sheikh Hasina, plots were allotted to her family members, her son Shoji Wajid Joy, sister Sheikh Rehana, Rehana's son Radwan Majib Siddiq Bobby, and daughter Asmina Siddiq. ACC said the decision has been taken to investigate the matter of Sheikh Hasina's family members. Leader of the opposition, Kemi Badenoch, urged the British Prime Minister to sack Economic Secretary to the Treasury and City Minister Tulip Siddiq after she was named in an investigation into claims her family embezzled up to £3.9 billion from infrastructure spending in Bangladesh. BBC informed this, quoting the Conservative Party leader's post on X, formerly known as Twitter. Kemi Badenoch said the Prime Minister had appointed his personal friend Tulip Siddiq as anti-corruption minister, and she herself is accused of corruption. European foreign ministers agreed to meet at the end of January to discuss lifting sanctions on Syria. The decision came after foreign ministers and top diplomats from Western countries and Middle East convened in Saudi Arabia in the first such regional meeting since the fall of President Bashar al-Assad last month. A communique released by Saudi Foreign Ministry yesterday reiterated calls for sanctions to be lifted in order to support rebuilding of Syria and expressed concern over Israel's incursions into the occupied Golan Heights. Nobel Peace Prize laureate Malala Yousafzai urged Muslim leaders not to legitimize the Afghan Taliban government. She also urged to show true leadership by opposing the curbs on women and girls' education. She said this at a summit on girls' education in Muslim nations being held in Pakistan's capital Islamabad. The two-day conference brought together ministers and education officials from dozens of Muslim-majority countries backed by the Muslim World League. Cricket and Dhaka Capital and Sylhet Strikers won their respective matches in Bangladesh Premier League BPL T20 cricket at Sylhet International Cricket Stadium yesterday. In the first match of the day, Sylhet Strikers beat Khulna Tigers by 8 runs. In the other match of the day at the same venue, Dhaka Capitals won by 149 runs against Durbar Rajshahi. Meanwhile, 2 matches of Bangladesh Premier League BPL T20 cricket will be held at Sylhet International Cricket Stadium today. Sylhet Strikers will face Chittagong Kings at 1:30 p.m. while Rangpur Riders will take on Khulna Tigers at 6:30 p.m. Bangladesh Betar will air the running commentary of the matches. Finally, weather and forecast bulletin 1 this afternoon says moderate to thick fog may reduce surface visibility to 300 meters or less over the river basins of the country during the next 3 to 4 hours, commencing from 5 this morning. River craft should proceed with caution, but no signal is to be hoisted. To end the news, the main points again. Upcoming election will be best ever and historic example for democracy, says Chief Advisor. In London, physical condition of BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia improves. India stopped construction of barbed wire fence on border, facing strong stance of BJP and local residents, comments Home Advisor. Bangladesh and Saudi Arabia signed Hajj agreement for this year with minimum quota of 1,000 per agency. ACC files case against 16 people, including Sheikh Hasina, for grabbing plots in Purbachal, abusing power and through irregularities. Main opposition Conservative Party of Britain calls upon Prime Minister Keir Starmer to dismiss City Minister Tulip Siddiq. Middle East and European top diplomats call for lifting sanctions on Syria during talks in Riyadh. And Dhaka Capitals and Sylhet Strikers win their respective matches in BPL T20 cricket in Sylhet. Chittagong Kings will take on Sylhet Strikers while Khulna Tigers face Rangpur Riders today. That's the end of the news. This news will also be available on our website at www.betar.13. Our next bulletin will be at 9 this morning in Bangla.
Now end the news. Now back to ফুরান।
ট্রাফিক সম্প্রচার কার্যক্রম বাংলাদেশ বেতার FM